Pastor Feely and or Pastor Jayson?
Well, I think that it would be a shame if we didn't continue this ministry. I think Woke in the Word has been a very powerful experience, and God has done something here in spite of us. It's not because of us. It's not about us. It's all about Jesus. And as pastors working very closely together, there were moments where, we felt kind of spent, and we were wondering if our plans were falling apart. And we had a plan A and God had a plan B, when in fact that plan B was the plan A. And God did some amazing things, and we had nearly 20 people baptized during a pandemic. And I think that means that we have to continue this ministry, but we have to go to the drawing board and see what that looks like. I think it means sharing the word. I think it means worship. I think it means outreach. I think it means collaboration.
Pastor Jayson.
Oddly enough, I feel that collaboration is one of the key elements that I think all of us mentioned. And it's not just collaboration for collaboration's sake. It's actually collaborating while focusing on your spiritual giftedness.
Yeah, say that again. Say
right?
that again.
So wherever we were gifted, that's where we spent the bulk of the time. So in our time together, this was a unity that allowed us to kind of delve into our passion. And I found that that's what kind of yielded the results. It's not just, okay, we need someone for this, we need someone for that. Go ahead and, do what you need to do. No, it's like, what are you gifted at? What is God calling you to do specifically, and how can you use this to help and enhance this particular ministry?
Now, I'm so glad that you said that, because people at home, they have no idea, right? So now we can tell them at last. We've done this from the foyer area in the Shiloh Seventh-day Adventist Church. Now, before we actually started the conversation around where would we do this, we asked a simple question. Where will the technology allow us to give a certain level of excellence? That's the building aspect. But when you look at the four of us sitting in the chair, and of course, if Pastor Liz was here and Pastor Lawrence were here, there's also some other dimensions that were added to this team. I want to focus on the four just because we're on camera, okay? But this was 6 different individuals, 5 different churches. So when you look from my left, the extreme left, or right, I don't know, however they say it on television, Pastor Jayson, his gifts is in the area of technology. Those the vignettes nightly that I know that you enjoyed, he filmed those with ease. They weren't stressful. He had an idea and a concept based on what Pastor Feely was going to be preaching on. And all of those videos were created by him because he's the technology guy of our team. Now, beside him is Pastor Feely. And Pastor Feely, his gift is evangelism. Like, this is the thing that he was birthed to do. So those of us in Ontario, we've been listening to Pastor Matthew for years go round and round and round in evangelism. And then, of course, the songstress, right? Sandria has been doing this thing for as long as I remember hearing her name for the very first time. My gift is just in the area of administration. So when you put 4 different people plus 2 additional ones that are not here this evening together, there's no overlap in our resources. Feel free to jump in at any time. So the idea here is we wanted to plan evangelism not with the same personality types and the same gifts. We wanted to have a series with individuals that had different gifts so that we would not be bumping into one another. So as a matter of fact, as the series went further and further, it actually got better and better because we actually moved away from each other's gifts, and we said, okay, that's your thing, and the only thing that we did was we asked, would you like some help? If the person said we don't need any help, we didn't take it personal, we just kind of walked away. Now, this is important because ego was not in this series. And there are other people behind the scenes. We'll talk about them in the next few minutes, right? We've got to mention that as well. But there was no ego here. So when somebody said, I don't need your help, none of us were like, oh, I can't believe they don't need our help. No. We just moved out of the way and said, all right, thy will be done through the gifts that you have.